This is Lexicon, and today I am showing off Vertigo, a game that is said to combine Scrabble and Balatro. This is the demo version, which means it's free. And in order to explain more about it, we will hit play. If you stop in the middle of a run, you can continue your old run or start a new run. I am going to start a new run. The only migration open is Swainson's Hawk. It is a 14-stop migration. We do not have any of these others available. The only deck we have is the classic deck, which I suppose is supposed to be somewhat easy. Notice that the QXZs are gold. It will give you whichever letter makes sense. The asterisk is a wild card. We get one of those. Other decks have different settings, including the pirate deck, which has a lot of R's. We will not be able to use that. We will use the classic deck. We have 14 legs in our journey. At each leg we have a target to hit and we get a reward. We hit the target by scoring a multiple of flaps times power. For flaps are based at this point on the word letters that we play. We get 1 flap per standard letter, 2 per speckled, 5 for gold, 10 for platinum, and 20 for diamond. You will notice that the harder letters start out speckled or gold, and the easier letters are neither. We multiply that number of flaps by our power. The power is here on the power bonuses based on the length of the word. We want a 5, 6, or 7 letter word. I believe words longer than 7 letters count as 7 letters. Now, your hand as it starts out is very much like Scrabble. You will need a combination of vowels and consonants. My least favorite vowel is the letter I. My most favorite consonant is the letter S because it usually makes words 1 letter longer. Although the J is a 5 flap letter, well, let's see if it will accept John's. That would be 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 flaps times a 5-letter word would be 30. That would be enough. It did accept that. So there we go. Now, as you progress through the game, you gain feathers. Feathers modify the score for each hand they either add to flaps, or they add to power, or they give you some other ability. We are going to accept the weirdo feather, which gives us power. At this point in the game, this weirdo feather is enough to get us through each leg in a single with lots of words left. And the number of words left determines the number of seeds. We will use seeds to purchase new feathers and songs at the next trading post. We can also purchase letters. So we are going to be upgrading our feathers, our songs, and our deck throughout the game. Songs are expendable. They generally upgrade your deck, and I generally play them as soon as I get them because I think if you're going to upgrade it, why not upgrade it immediately? Now, here again, I prefer A's to I's, but I don't like all of that, so I'm going to take that. We do a discard. Trials, Trials. That will be 6 flaps times 4 is 24. It will not quite get us to 30, but we will play it. Except we have the power, so that did get us there. It is important to keep in mind it is easy to forget what feathers and powers you have. I believe that the E is a more valuable letter than the O. Vowels are better than consonants. Asterisks are better than everything. So I am taking a golden E here, which is a very good result. The only better result would be an asterisk. Now we're trying for 45, D-U-V-E-T. This would be 1, 6, 8, 9, 10 times 5 letters plus some power. So let's see how that works out. 10 flaps, 3 power, 8 power. Got us through immediately. 3 words left, 3 seeds. And we get one of these. Now, I would like to keep the kookaburra. I would like to keep the kookaburra until we see an asterisk, and then I would like to add 2 copies of that asterisk to the deck. We can write raised. This is a 5-letter word. Now, I like to write longer words. The more frequently you use a word of a certain length, as you put more words of a certain length down, at some point your power of a word of that length increases. So at some point our 5-letter words might go to 4, at which point a 5-letter word and a 6-letter word would be as valuable in terms of raw power. That's a 99-point word. So now we arrive at the trading post. We can buy songs, but because songs are one and done, I don't usually like to get them. I am focusing on upgrading the feathers. The gatherer will give us more seeds in the long term, so we'll take that. We're going to leave 1 feather open because we are getting a feather later in this journey. Each time we restock, we pay 2 seeds to restock. At some point, we will not be able to buy. Oh, that is a very good one. So when I'm looking at feathers, I judge their power against the likelihood of them activating. This particular deck currently has 15 speckled letters, so that is 15 power every time. And that is another 10 power if we write words 6 letters or longer, which I'm hoping to do. My favorite feather actually just gives us an extra letter in the hand. We did not see that, but hopefully we will get it at some point. Now here I don't see a way to use the QXZ. I don't see a K. I don't like the I's because the I's are not too valuable, and I don't particularly like P, but I'll keep it for the moment. By the way, if we ever run out of discards, we forfeit the game. Now we have vowels, but almost no consonants. So we did get this, which I will make 2 copies of. So now our deck has 2 there and 1 in the hand, I'm hoping. When you are looking at letters, look at consonants that can make a phrase, a word longer. So for example, I think if we write fanner, that means someone who uses a fan. It accepted it. If you get 3 words rejected, you lose the game. Well, that was a lot of power. So, and we got 2 seeds from our gatherer feather. Some feathers force you to play in a specific way. I do not want to activate this feather because I want to play words that are longer than 3 letters. I don't like to play P's that often. I don't think I will that often. And we have 2 power words, so I would like to get flaps. You want to have feathers that activate both powers and flaps. If you imagine you have 5 flaps times 10 power and you add 5 power, that's 5 times 15, which is a score of 75. But if you have 5 flaps times 10 power and you add 5 flaps, that's 10 times 10 and it's a score of 100, even though you've added the same quantity of 5. You want to add to whichever you have less of. So I may not use this bee very much. I will try to sell it at the next store, but meanwhile I have it, and it is a way of generating flaps. This is interesting. G-A-S-K-E-T, gasket. Usually I would not like those letters. We certainly don't have a B here, but it is 6 letters long. We have speckled letters in our deck. We got 245 points, so we did that the first time, and 2 words left gives us 2 seeds plus 1 hand size. This is the best egg. You can go an entire migration without getting plus 1 hand size. I sometimes think that when I don't get the feathers I want, as here, sometimes I get the egg I want. Maybe it's all purely random, and it's just my intention that sometimes when I don't get things I want, other times I do. Or maybe the game is coded to give you something slightly better when you are doing worse, or to give you a worse egg when your hand is better. I do not know. Baller, booler, fooler. Oh, we definitely want the B, don't we? B. So let's get rid of those. B-E-L-O-V-E-D, beloved. Now that's a nice word, and it starts with a B, so we are going to get an astonishing quantity of points because we've been activating powers, but we haven't been activating flaps. Here we activated both flaps and powers, and we get a tremendous quantity of points. We could have another gold E or a speckled S. We will take the golden E. That means we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 E's. More E's than we would usually have. Oh, that's interesting. So I don't usually play Q, but I've got Q-U-A-I. I'll just go with quaint. That's a 6-letter word. It does not have a B in it, but it activates power, it activates speckled letters, and it activates Longfellow, plus 10 power and words with 6 letters or longer. And we did it again in 1. We got 3 seeds. Now, because we have spectacular power per speckled letter, let's add 2 speckled letters to our deck. It doesn't really matter what those speckled letters are, but hopefully they'll be letters that we actually want to use. So, that's interesting, jogger, but I am not going to assume that I will get that. Well, I have an ing now. Let's see what happens when we get rid of the rest of these letters. Fetting, F-E-T. Flexing, F-L-E-X-I-N-G. 7 letters. 7 letters. Notice the jump between 6 and 7 letters in terms of power. It's quite a bit. So, we start with the 10 power bonus. We gain questionable power, we gain speckled power, we gain Longfellow power, and we ace this migration round. We are up to 26 seeds. Enhanced letters left in the hand. Now, I don't like to leave letters in my hand. First letter scores each time. Power per remaining discard. I do like to keep my discards. So let's get rid of the B. And this we will have spectacular, we will have decisive. So if we can play, we can't, but if we could play a long word without using discard, that would be good. Reneg, R-E-N-E, no. G-O-N-N-E-R. This will be, really? Gunner? Only 5 letters. That's not great. But we have 3 discards left. We do not quite make it. Is June's a word? I'm not sure you can pluralize June, but you can certainly use it in the singular. So, still have 3 discards. Still have lots of speckled letters. We did not activate Longfellow. We got that done. 2 words left. Now we have an asterisk. Obviously, we're going to buy that immediately. I don't like gold letter. Don't want to re-trigger the vowels. +1 word, +5 powerful, plus. We do play enhanced letters, and I will get rid of weirdo, even though weirdo activates automatically. I find it sometimes uncomfortable. This is once you start to know your feathers, you'll know they will always come in the same color, but there are 2 feathers in this color. One is my favorite one that adds a word to the hand, and the other is this one, which I almost never use, ending in Y. That is the one that I wanted. So we will get rid of the discard. We will add to the hand. Now, we get flaps. We get power. Power per speckled letter. Power for 6-letter words. And this talents, of course, makes it more likely that we will be able to write 6-letter words. Let's get a kookaburra and see if we can add asterisks to our deck. Hammered. Dreamy. D-R-E-A-M-Y. We keep our discard. We play a 6-letter word. And let's see how our newly empowered deck works out. Flaps. Now you see having 33 flaps times 33 power is powerful. We are going to be trying to write 3-letter words every time. Preening is an interesting one. It is more valuable if your deck has more gold letters. We have 1 gold asterisk. So we will try to use it on that. We only have 1 vowel here, so we will use a discard, which lowers the value of our... Alright, we got rid of that per discard, which is nice. Now we have an ER. We also have a rations, R-A-T-I-O-N-S. So I was looking at ER, I was looking at T-I-O-N, but I came up with rations, a 7-letter word. And we have 3 discards left. We did not play any enhanced letters, so that did not activate. Freeze. We will get rid of that, and we will see what we can do here with these. Well, this is good. So let's preen this and then make 2 copies of it. T-A-C-K-L-E. Managed to get to 6 letters. We have 2 enhanced letters for the flaps. So this will be a very good word. And it was plenty, which is great. next stopover will be another song. Again, we will try to use it. Oh, look, we have a B. I no longer need B's, but I can write blatch. Does that have an E or not? It does. That is a 7-letter word. That will get us out of here immediately, which is magnificent. We are already at stopover 11. We can make 2 copies of a letter or make a letter gold. So, we're looking mostly at our asterisks. We have 3 platinum asterisks and 3 regular asterisks. So I will take the kookaburra. Even if I have to make copies of a regular asterisk, I will be very happy, which is indeed what I will do here. Sizzle. Let's see what we can do. Fizzles. Fizzles. We have 4 enhanced letters. This is going to score a lot of points. Plus 8 flaps per enhanced letter played. Plus 10 power of 6 words or longer. That's a lot of points. That's enough to win the game when we get there. For now, we're going to do preening. I would love to turn one of those platinums into a diamond. I have 0 diamond cards at the moment. Well, we might as well use that. Diamond. Let's see what we can do. Millions. I cannot write that. And simoleons is not a word. So I will get rid of all these letters. I'm losing my discards, which means I'm losing my valuable. Oh, I don't have that right power per discard. Alright, let's do some more discards. And keep that eye. Levens, L-E-A-V-E-N-S. I think that's how you spell that. And it is. The 20 flaps from our diamond letter again gets us there in 1 step. And because we have been gathering 2 seeds on each leg, that's been great, but we are now at stopover 13 of 14, so we can sell our seed gatherer and see what else we want. Might as well take a platinum O. The mimic is interesting because most cards add to your deck. They affect what's happening later, but the mimic is one of those that can affect the hand that you're playing now. I did not mean to do that. Sometimes that will happen. And you just have to mimic. Oh, that's interesting. So we will have, oh dear. Yeah. Well, that was not good at all. I am a bit tired, I think. Dabble. Still, we do have 4 words left, so we are feeling sad because I made some mistakes. Advance. Alright, let's play that. It won't get us all the way, but it'll get us something. We have 1 enhanced letter. We have a bunch of speckled letters. made a mistake. With my mimic card, I turned a valuable card into a useless one. I managed to clear the final step with the word fizzles. And that's a good way of reminding you that you don't have to play a perfect game, at least with this beginner's deck on this beginner's migration.